Luka Dončić needs help. And you go to any sort of article, you go to any sort of post about the Dallas Mavericks after a loss, they go, oh my God, Luka Dončić is such a great basketball player, but the rest of the team is trash. They're atrocious compared to him. They need to get him help. Otherwise, he's going to demand a trade. Everything's going to be miserable in Dallas. And part of that, I mean, it's true. He does need help. A lot of these players on this team are trash. But I think you look at it, it's not completely horrible. They have decent pieces around them if utilized correctly. Christian Wood and Spencer Dinwiddie are kind of fringe, low-tier all-star players when they're having a very good season. Christian Wood coming over in that trade, he's a very isolation-heavy player, but he is a baller. He can get you a bucket. He can play the stretch 4, stretch 5, whatever you need him to. And he's got talent. Spencer Dinwiddie as well as a secondary playmaker. He has a lot of off nights, sure, absolutely, but he can get you a bucket as well. And then Tim Hardaway Jr., when he's playing well, when he's streaky hot, is one of the better 3 indie players in the league. But he's a little bit old, a little bit injury prone, a little bit overpaid. And man, when he is bad, it is ugly. The rest of the team, though, is hot garbage. And not like the kind of garbage that you put out and the garbage man takes away immediately. The kind of garbage that you put out and they forget to take out the trash that week. And you're so stubborn that you leave it out and it starts to get maggots. It starts decomposing on your actual lawn. That is how trash the rest of this roster is. And it all starts with the head coach, who I'm more than confident to say Jason Kidd is not a good head coach. Even though the Dallas Mavericks miraculously made it to the Western Conference Finals last season, Jason Kidd is a problem. He needs to go. Their offenses are so stagnant. He's not a motivator. He doesn't run great schemes offensively, defensively. They are abysmal. Whenever you watch a game and you go, why aren't they running any plays? Why isn't there any motion in their offense? Why don't they do anything? It all starts at the top, and it starts with Jason Kidd, and even to more of an extent, Mark Cuban. But we will be going in as the new GM of this team, starting with Luka Dončić, of course, one of the better players in the NBA. A lot of people are trying to make the argument that he's the best player in the NBA. I think he's not quite there yet. I think offensively, he needs to make his free throws. He needs to shoot a better three-point percentage. I think defensively, he needs to try a little bit harder, lose some weight, become a little more agile, more nimble on his feet, other than just giving up backdoor cuts every single game. Behind him is the free agent acquisition, Kemba Walker, who had a really good game because it was the first game he played in probably a year. I think it was since the New York Knicks just completely gave up on him. And Kemba Walker, even at this age in his career, is still primed to having a really good game. The problem is there isn't one game in the NBA season. There's 82, plus at least 16 that you need to win in the playoffs, and his knees cannot stand up for it. He's got more fragile knees than Anthony Davis running into a glass coffee table. It is bad, and it's to the point where it's kind of sad because Kemba Walker is a likable guy, got a great smile, really good teammate, but he just cannot stay healthy, and he cannot provide anything for you on the defensive end. McKinley Wright, I don't even know who that is. Spencer Dinwiddie, we talked about him. He's a really good secondary playmaker coming over in that Wizards trade for Kristaps Porzingis, and he's been pretty much what the Mavericks need. If they had Jalen Brunson as well, they'd have a really nice kind of 3-guard rotation going here. But of course, in their infinite wisdom, the Mavericks did not sign Jalen Brunson. Josh Green has been having a remarkable season. I must say, he's out with injury at this exact moment, but man, he's finally started to look good. The former, number 18 overall pick, starting to live up to those expectations, man. He's really been their most athletic 3-and-D, best producing defender, and they really miss him right now. He's been great. Nothing else to say about that. Frank Ntilikina, absolute trash. Probably should be out of the league at this point, but hey, the Mavericks need to fill a roster somehow, and Jaden Hardy, one of the few players on this team that actually has a bright future, possibly. He's a little versatile offensively, not great defensively. Obviously needs time to develop, super raw. Struggled in the G League Ignite, but they picked him up with a 2nd-round pick. And Tyler Dorsey, I don't know who that is. Tim Hardaway Jr., streaky good and streaky bad, and there's no in-between with him. Reggie Bullock has just turned into complete trash at this point on an aging contract. Does he have at least one more year? He's got a team option on this deal. We will be certainly declining because Reggie Bullock at this point is bad. He's nowhere near the defender he used to be, and his 3-point shooting has fallen off a cliff. Theo Pinson, yikes. Dorian Finney-Smith, he's been really bad this year. He's been everything that they wanted when they took him. I think he's in the 2nd round. Oh, he became an undrafted player. Really fun, versatile defender. Learned how to shoot the 3. Look at his career percentages. It's just been up, up, up ever since he came into the NBA as an undrafted player. 29%, subs 30% for 2 years. Then he got a little bit better, 31. Then got really good, 37, 39 last year. It turned himself almost into a 40% 3-point shooter, but it comes and it goes. And this year it is going, it is bad. Maxi Kleber, one of the few players who can actually produce for this team, unfortunately, tore his quad. He's going to be out for a couple months. And Davi Bertans, the Baltic bomb, the Latvian laser. Where is he from? Yeah, Latvia. What I think is the Baltic bomber. Is that what they call him? Yeah. Anyway, Davi Bertans, yeah, he's a decent 3-point shooter. loves running off screens and catching the ball and shooting like he's Klay Thompson, cannot play defense to save his life. Christian Wood is a very high quality player. He's not an all-star, but he's right on that level. The problem is a lot of his game comes out of operating in the post, operating out of isolation, operating out of non-efficient plays. Occasionally, he'll shoot the three at a high clip. Not a great defender, so you got to take the good with the bad with Christian Wood. Unfortunately, he is their second best player. JaVale McGee having one of the worst seasons for a center in the history of basketball. And Dwight Powell is fine. He's a role player. He is what he is. So we will need to be getting Luka Dončić some help. Unfortunately, because the way I play 2K, we're going to be taking over in the midseason, and we're going to have to let this roster ride as is. Hopefully that means we get a decent draft pick in this upcoming draft class. I will not be trading for Tyus Jones. I'm sorry. And that is going to be it. Cam Whitmore. I mean, I know this. I know who's being drafted this season. For the minutes, we're going to be looking something like this. Luka at the 1 being the only good player. Spencer Dinwiddie at the 2. Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 3. Dorian Finney-Smith at the 4. And Christian Wood at the 5. Coming off the bench is Josh Green. Jaden Hardy is our second player. And then JaVale McGee and Kemba Walker. Honestly, the roster's no good. Simple as that. Where are we currently in the power rankings? We are 19th. Yeah, that feels fair. Forgot to mention they actually fixed start today in franchise mode, which is just wonderful because it's been broken for the first, 1/3 of the season. But thank you, 2K devs, for finally doing your job. Pat on the back. And here at the All-Star break is Team Nikola Jokic and Team Kevin Durant. On Team Jokic is Stephanie Curry, Giannis, Luka Dončić, and Jason Tatum. On the other side, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Donovan Mitchell, and Trae Young. For the reserves is Jimmy Buckets, DeMar DeRozan, Karl Towns, John Moore, and Tyrese Haliburton, Jaylen Brown, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On the other side, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Lauri Markkanen, Joel Embiid, and Domantas Sabonis. Interesting that Joel Embiid does not get a starting spot. So the season is going to be a little funky because half of these stats are realistic. So you look at Luka Dončić, he's probably shooting atrocious free throw percentages. No. Okay, I don't know what gets simulated when you do start today. I don't know what is actually real, but Luka should not quite be the god that he is in simulation. Only 30 points, 8.9 rebounds, and 8.6 assists at this point. Pretty much, yeah, Luka Dončić is not a good basketball player. I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry. As for the current league leaders, scoring is Stephanie Curry. Not bad, Luka right behind him. Our rebounds is Anthony Davis, and assist is James Harden. Steals is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Blocks is Miles Turner. Field goal percentages as Clint Capella. 3-point champion is Desmond Bane. Free throw champion is Kevin Durant. No changes for us to make. Unfortunately, because of the way 2K is, we're probably going to be a little better than we should be in the first season. Right now, 500. A lot of teams in this kind of 27, 25 wins here. I really wish we would get a higher pick. I hope we don't make the play-in tournament and then we take off next year. That being said, you never know in 2K simulation. I can tell you that much. And Ja Morant wins MVP, 37-9. Not a bad season from him. 53, 75, and 37 splits. Paolo Banchero does win Rookie of the Year. Jordan Poole, 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. Trey Jones, Most Improved. I don't know about that. He went from 6-3 to 10-5. Woo! Can I? Where's that one wrestler? Woo! Taylor Jenkins does win Coach of the Year, as Executive of the Year is some weird white man. All NBA first team. Luka does make it. We're not gonna have any other anybody else anywhere ever, period. No surprises though. Luka is God, and we actually made the play tournament as the 8th seed. Is it bad that I hope we lose? Did I force loss? Anyway, looking at the league leaders, scoring champion went to MVP Ja Morant. Luka fell to 6th. Huh. Rebounds is Jared Allen, and assist is Trae Young. Steals is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Blocks is Jaren Jackson Jr. Field goal percentages as Clint Capella. 3-point champion is Desmond Bane. Free throw champion is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. As for us, apparently, I played Luka not enough, which is fine. I guess I played Christian Wood too much. He got some of the points that Luka probably would have had. That said, Luka's still 97 overall. Rebounds is Christian Wood. Assists, yeah. How do we do shooting wise? So Luka was incredible as usual, 40%. Tim Hardaway, 35%. Probably not going to cut it. We're going to look to move him. This contract is absolutely ridiculous. Spencer Dinwiddie was solid, but he's hit the age of regression, 30 years old. Christian Wood, I'd like to keep around for maybe 1 or 2 more seasons. Jaden Hardy, just need him to develop. That's all. As for team stats, I always press the wrong button here. Finished. Also, Jason Kidd's got to go. There's a lot of moves that we're going to be making here as we finished offensively. 22nd. Defensively, we were pretty bad as well. No, we're actually okay. But 23rd, so 8th, giving us a negative 0.2 point differential, which is basically why we're the 8th seed. Let's see if we can lose. And we are the 7th seed. Damn. Well, here we are taking on New Orleans Pelicans. I'm fearing that we're about to go on a run here. I don't want to. Zion's back up to a 93 overall. Jesus. CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram. Yeah, they got a pretty good team there. I expect us to lose as we are losing 2-1. Luka's all right, 30, 11, and 10. JaVale McGee gave us 30 points and a 3 and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. All right, then. We got a two-headed beast here in Luka and JaVale McGee. Spencer was all right, 17 and 7. I don't know how we didn't win this game. Jonas was good. Zion, their depth prevailed. That's all. I mean, you see, like, their depth gives them solid points, and we have not as much. Anyway, lose, no, 2-2. We're actually up 3-2. Zion gave him 31 and 8. Brandon Ingram, 22, 5 and 6, while Luka gave us 33, 8, 13. Are we really going to beat the number 2 seed? We're in the play-in tournament. All right, let's make a play for it. I'll play an 8-man rotation and make sure that Dwight Powell isn't the 8th man. Simple as that. All right, here we go. Game 7, first round. Mavericks at the Pelicans. It ain't 2K if it ain't Game 7. We have Luka. They don't, but it looks like they're going to curb stomp us after we take a 3-2 lead. And that is all she wrote going in to the offseason, 151-102. Wow, that hurt. Zion, CJ, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Jonas Valanciunas. Meanwhile, we had Christian Wood. Luka wasn't even that good. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's go ahead and just simulate through this first offseason. Nothing for us to see other than other teams enjoying the treasures and plunders of success as we... Wow, I think the Celtics blew a 3-1 lead there, but Zion Williamson, NBA Finals MVP. Player retirements, Udonis Haslem says, I cannot do this, and I can't blame you, sir. Hall of Fame inductees is Dwight Howard, going to get his jersey retired as well by the Orlando Magic. Any of these rules fun? No, they're not. Not fun. Okay, so we don't have any lottery picks. Do we have our pick? Who knows, but it's going to go Thunder, Rockets, Jazz as we pick. Dallas has our pick. Brutal. We don't have a first round pick in this draft. Well, we're going to have to change that. Staff signing, first things first, get off my team. Jason Kidd, please go somewhere that is not here. Who's this bald? Who's this weird bald chick? Robbie Cameron. You kind of scare me. Anyway, let's go after Greg Popovich as always. I'm willing to fire Mike Stauffer for this and see if we can make a play at Greg Popovich. He's probably going to reject us, which means we have to go for Mike Stauffer. It's just, you know, worth a shot doing it once, right? Other than that, Mike Stauffer, please come join our team. And it is going to be Mike Stauffer as Greg Popovich does decline us. As always, I can never seem to get any other head coach that's not Mike Stauffer when I'm doing simulation. Anyway, going on to the draft combine, the fast man of the class is Jazz Gortman and Jalen Wilson. Most agile is Jazz Gortman and Terquavion Smith. Highest vertical is Max Lewis and Brandon Miller. Highest bench press is Jarvis Walker and Zach Edey. Best shot three-pointer Matthew Merrill and Max Lewis and Caleb Love. We need a first round pick. Probably maybe around 10 is what I'm looking for. What can I get for that? This should be able to go through a 2027 Dallas Mavericks first round pick for the number 8 pick. Tim Hardaway Jr., JaVale McGee. I'll throw in maybe a second as well. And then maybe they're going to need a little more just to push him over the top. How about we give you Davi Bertans, right? That seems fair. That seems like something that you would want to do, right? Take Davi Bertans back, please. How about Dorian Finney-Smith? They can't make that go through, so we're going to have to do it with first round picks. I will give you our 2026 first round pick, and there we go. We have the number 8 overall pick in this year's draft. Number 1, though, is probably going to go Victor Wembanyama, which will be interesting. So they have Josh Giddey, J-Dub, Jalen Williams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and Victor Wembanyama, and the Go Pokashevsky. Brutal. Number 2, to the Rockets, I would take Scoot here, and they go Brandon Miller. I don't know about that. Number 3, to the Jazz, definitely a Scoot spot. As they trade, oh boy, what are the Jazz going to trade the number 3 overall pick for? The number 5 overall pick, and they can upgrade Alex Caruso to Terry Rozier. All right, well, the Hornets should take probably Cam Whitmore here. They go Anthony Black, terrible pick. Number 4, the Magic, another Scoot spot. There you go. Number 5 now, the Jazz get their guy in Nick Smith Jr. after all, moving down 2 spots. The Detroit Pistons take Baba Miller. Interesting player. He's been suspended. Wow, what happened there? suspended for the first half of the NBA or the NCAA season, so we'll see how good he actually is once he finally plays, but there's top 10 hype on him. Number 7, the Spurs are going to take Chris Murray. Why do they have Keegan Murray's picture here? That's unacceptably effed up. I know they're twins, but come on. And we have our pick of the litter. A lot of interesting places we can go. Probably going to end up with Cam Whitmore here, but Max Lewis, rolled too highly ranked there. Said Sissy, All-Star Thompson, and Eamon Thompson. If this was me, I'm taking Eamon Thompson because he is the real deal. He's my number 3 prospect in the class. Kaysen, call it Carson Wallace, whatever. We're going to go with Cam Whitmore, though. Get one of the better, probably the best wing player prospect in this draft class, and not a bad consolation prize at number 8 overall. Rookie signing, of course, going to bring it back. Team player options. We'll bring back Spencer. That's kind of expensive, though. Maybe we can get him for a cheaper deal, so I'm going to decline that. Reggie Bullock, get off my team. Tyler Dorsey, but we're definitely going to pick up Josh Green. And let's see if we can bring back Spencer and maybe target another free agent as well in this year's free agency, which isn't a great one. You got James Harden, that's not going to work. You got Kyrie Irving, that could work in theory, but he's a little bit older. Bring back Kristaps Porzingis, that could be fun. Chris Middleton, maybe for a year. Jeremy Grant, be a good pickup. We need Christian Wood back. I think we're just going to keep our core together. I'm going to go after Christian Wood. Man, I don't know who else to go after. So first things first, let's shed some salaries. And that means Davi Bertans, get the hell off of my team. Why did the Spurs ever take this decidedly awful contract and then give it to the Wizards are the ones who signed him. Yeah, that makes sense. The Wizards are prone to doing really dumb stuff. Dorian Finney-Smith, I appreciate what you've done. You've reached the age of regression. You're making too much money. We're going in another direction. Charlotte, just give me all of their draft capital, and I am okay with that. Lastly, Maxi Kleber. I'm going to keep him because it's Kleber. I feel bad. I can't get rid of Kleber, right? So theoretically, we have the ability to offer a max contract. I don't want to do that. Kristaps Porzingis feels like an interesting move. Could we make it work with the big fella? I'm going to send him a contract offer. I don't know if he's going to take it, but it just, it would be like homecoming. And then Christian Wood definitely needing a contract. And so is my guy, Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm going to bring him back as well on a much cheaper contract. There you go, $15 million. Even cheaper. How about we give you a 2, a 1 and 1. What do you like better? We'll give you like a 12-5 for 2 years. That seems fair for Spencer. And then lastly, let's see if we can try to bring Christian Wood back as well. A more reasonable contract. 5 years, flat. Yeah, something like that. A 24-5 for 5 years, taking him through his prime. I like that contract. So let's see. Everybody wants to come back. Let's see if we have the money to make it work. We certainly do not. So somebody has to go. Do I want Kristaps Porzingis or do I want Christian Wood? That is going to be the question. Or do we get rid of my guy, my favorite, Maxi Kleber? We're about $20 million short. What can I do to make $20 million on this team? Not a lot. Luka's starting to hit that supermax contract. If I get rid of Maxi Kleber and Frank Ntilikina, can I just completely turn this team around? Go to the Thunder, get rid of Frank Ntilikina, Frank the Tank, the wrong Frank, and get rid of Kleber. Unfortunately, I didn't want to trade you, Kleber, but it's time for you to go. Getting another first-round pick from the Thunder. How close are we to making this go through? So Kristaps has to get all of our money. Spencer, I might be able to drop the contract even a little more. So let's renegotiate this Spencer Dinwiddie Christian Wood contract. See if it'll get cheaper. No, we don't have bird rights. All right, we got to bring back Christian Wood. Oh my God, that's way too much money. 4 years, 106. That hurts. I got a couple offers out. I just don't think the Spencer Dinwiddie or the Christian Wood contract is gonna make it work alongside Kristaps Porzingis. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm going for the better player. I'm taking Kristaps Porzingis, and then I'm gonna see if we can bring in Miles Bridges and Spencer Dinwiddie, and we just fit that under the cap. Now, is it wrong? Is it bad to make Kristaps come back to us? Christian Wood? Nah. Who cares? Bringing back our guy, the unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis. We're going to make amends. We have fired the entire team. We fired the coaching staff. Come on back to us and be the Dirk Nowitzki 2.0 you were destined to be. Spencer Dinwiddie here as the backup point guard or the 2 guard. Really doesn't matter. Jaden Hardy, Josh Green is more of a 3, so we're going to bump him up. We need a backup point guard and a backup center, and we are set. What an interesting squad we've assembled here. In the interest of bringing back either Knicks players or former Cavs players, we're bringing in Deuce McBride, Miles McBride, to be our backup point guard. He's only a 72 overall, but he's a really young player, signing with a mid-level exception. So it's going to be Luka and Deuce, Spencer Dinwiddie and Jaden Hardy, Josh Green and Cam Whitmore, Miles Bridges, the abuser, Kristaps Porzingis, and Nerlens Noel, former Mavs legend. And that is going to be all the rotation changes that we are making in a really active offseason that force this team to blow it up and turn things around. James Harden going to the Spurs? You wish, man. This man does not play defense, does not play transition, is not a good leader, nothing that Greg Popovich would want on his team. Kyrie Irving back on the Nets, Kristaps Porzingis to us, Chris Middleton on the Lakers. That makes sense. I could see that. Christian Wood back to the Rockets. Interesting. Jeremy Grant back on the Blazers. Nikola Vucevic back on the Bulls. Fred VanVleet back to the Raptors. Miles Turner back to the Pacers. And Kyle Kuzma joins the Pacers. That's actually a really good pickup. I like that. As for player progression, Jaden Hardy up to a 72. Miles McBride up to a 73. Gonna need those guys to progress because they are effectively our entire bench depth. But I really like what this offseason turned into. Kind of a bizarre, weird one, but it definitely turned... It's definitely fun. That's that. You could at least say that. Mike Stauffer, not even looking the right way, doesn't even have the front half of his face on camera. But this is going to be the 9-man rotation. Luka at the 1, Spencer Dinwiddie at the 2. Gonna bump Cam Whitmore into the starting lineup just because he has so much potential. Miles Bridges at the 4. Kristaps Porzingis coming off the benches. Josh Green, Nerlens Noel, Deuce McBride, and we're gonna have Jaden Hardy be the final piece. As for the preseason power rankings, we are probably not going to be very good. I think we'll be above a 500 team than we were last season. I think we'll make the 6th seed in the Western Conference. Luka's going to be a god, and then some of the guys are going to come around in probably next season. But we are 17th for 2K Sports, 17th for Eric Boner as well. Like with Team Nikola Jokic and Team Giannis. On Team Jokic is LeBron James, Jason Tatum, LaMelo Ball, and Tyrese Haliburton on the other side. Kevin Durant, Luka Dončić, John Morant, and Zion Williamson. For the reserves is Stephanie Curry, Jimmy Buckets, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis. On the other side, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, Karl Towns, Donovan Mitchell, Pascal Siakam, Domantas Sabonis, and Darius Garland. So we are having a ridiculously good season. Just look at the standings. We're the number 1 team in the Western Conference, 38-16. What a turnaround. One season, a couple of good moves make. 2nd in the power rankings to the Denver Nuggets. But look, listen, honestly, we need to get the number 1 overall pick. This dude, Jamal Stewart Jr., looks to be a god. His ceiling is Hakeem Olajuwon. He's got probably what, A+, only B+ overall. He's a B. He's an 84 overall player. We have to get him. We have to get the number 1 overall pick. How do I get the number 1 overall pick? Who is the worst team in the league? Can I trade for your 1st round pick? The Washington Wizards are 9-41. Washington, do you want to do business again? What would it take to get... You don't even have their... Who's got the Washington Wizards 1st round pick? There we go. We got the Portland Trail Blazers pick. We're just going to put that in our pocket and save it for later in the offseason. As for this season, Jason Tatum having a heck of a season. 32 points per game. Where is our guy Luka? All the way down to 7th. He can't handle the truth. He can't handle having good teammates. Rebounds is Evan Mobley and assists is Tyrese Haliburton. Steals is Lonzo Ball, blocks is Miles Turner, field goal percentages as Mitchell Robinson. 3-point champion is Book. Free throw champion is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We are, well, I mean, yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, if he was actually playing up to his potential like we thought he could, this is a 2-headed monster, man. Luka and Kristaps Porzingis, the abuser, is having a good season as well. 15, 5, and 3. Cam Whitmore, this is why we drafted him, man. As a rookie, 14 points a game. What is he shooting from the 3-point line? Not going to look at that. Spencer Dinwiddie has been very solid as a 2-guard for us, basically to assist Luka Dončić when he doesn't need the ball. Jaden Hardy's been not great. Josh Green, I don't know if 2K Simulation has recognized the turnaround of his career. So 7-2, not ideal. Deuce McBride is okay. Nerlens Noel is, I mean, he's Nerlens Noel. But all in all, and I'm just happy with this team. We got the trade that we need. We have a potential top 10 pick coming up in this year's draft class, and we need to get this guy, Jamal Stewart Jr. He looks like a doofus. He looks like a Ben Stiller character, but man, does he have the overall. Luka Dončić does win MVP, 27, 9, and 10 on 53, 82, 44 shooting. What a season. Anthony Black wins Rookie of the Year, 24 points per game. I'm sorry, whoever made this draft class, but that is just all wrong. Shooting splits are terrible. I don't know how he scored so much. Nick Smith is Sixth Man of the Year. The rookies are taking over as Giannis' Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Porter Jr. wins Most Improved. No. Double no, because this isn't even his career high. We know he's capable of doing this. He just didn't play a lot of minutes. You know, this whatever. JB Bickerstaff does win Coach of the Year as we win Executive of the Year, 51 and 31, a 99 overall squad. Luka is on the All NBA first team. Is there any other Mavericks? I'm not seeing it. Ooh, Kristaps on the third team. Defensively, nobody. I'm sure Cam Whitmore though does make the All Rookie first team. Victor Wembanyama having a great season as well, as we actually fell off a little bit. We're only the 3 seed, 51 and 31. Didn't end the season as strongly as I'd like. Scoring champion goes to Jason Tatum. Our rebounds is Evan Mobley, and assist is Tyrese Halliburton. Steals is Lonzo Ball. Blocks is Miles Turner. Field goal percentages as Mitchell Robinson. 3-point champion Tyrese, and free throw champion is Trey Murphy. I mean, we've seen the stats for us. Obviously, Luka Dončić, great season from him, MVP caliber season, but you know, he's not alone now. We have a lot of talent on this team, at least much more than when we took over for this franchise, as well as the 3-point percentages. Luka is great. Kristaps Porzingis, 40%. That is a career high for him. I will take that. 29% for Miles Bridges. He might be on his way out as we rock a double big lineup. Move Kristaps Porzingis down to the 4. Think about it. Spencer Dinwiddie, Jaden Hardy, Miles McBride, and Whitmore. I mean, he was okay. He was great for us scoring wise. Efficiency wise, he definitely needs to improve. Team stats, we are, how do we do? 7th for scoring. I like that. Defensively, we are 5th, giving us a 5.5 point differential. 4th in the NBA. Field goal percentages, we are 7th. 3-point percentages, looking to improve. We are 11th. And free throw champions, we did not do well. Wow, we are bottom of the barrel, 27th. If only there was some sort of, I don't know, training camp where I could improve upon that. But unfortunately, they took those out of 2K franchise mode. Taking on the LA Lakers, the old man Lakers. They brought in Chris Middleton. How did they afford that? I guess because Russ is gone. Huh. Anyway, weird team. Chris Clemens, Terrence Ross, down to a 74 overall. Then Chris Middleton, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And then the rest of their team is trash. I mean, I get it. You have LeBron James. Oh, wow. They steal game 1. Kristaps Porzingis was okay. Luka did not have a good game. Basically the exact same stats as Spencer Dinwiddie. LeBron was solid, 22, 6, and 10. Anthony Davis, 20 and 14. Chris Middleton, 12, 5. I don't know how they beat us. That's an embarrassing game. As we win game 2, win game 3, and 2-2 series. LeBron James, 26, 8, and 4. Anthony Davis, 21 and 14. Chris Clemens is really putting a number on us. My God. Kristaps Porzingis, what is wrong with Luka? Why is he not destroying their point guard? Whoever it may be. We go up 3-2. Kristaps was fine. Luka is not playing well. Why is Luka not playing well? But we do, in fact, advance. Now taking on the number 2 seeded Houston Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Jabari Smith, Christian Wood, our old friend, Ari Eason, Daniel Gafford, Kenny Martin Jr. Do you have any spacing on this team as we, in fact, lose game 1? Brandon Miller put up 25. What are these stats for these rookies? This dude is... Okay, whatever. Jalen Green, 21-9. Kevin Porter Jr., 19-4 and 5. Christian Wood was fine. As for us, Luka is not producing. What do I need to do? I'm going to drop the rotation to like an 8-man rotation as we did last time. So Luka, Spencer, Cam Whitmore, again, of course, Miles Bridges, Kristaps Porzingis, Josh Green, Nerlens Noel, Miles McBride. Get the freaking job done, you guys. As we lose 2 in a row. All right, got to go home and defend home court as we lose 3 in a row and 3-1. Hey, it ain't 2K if it ain't game 7, all right? Why is Luka not producing 15, 15, and 12? What the actual hell are these playoff stats that he's putting up? Luka is giving me 27? Just whenever I look in, he's not having a good game. Okay, well, there you go. 4-1, we got eliminated out of the second round. Okay, so theoretically, we improved in the playoff seeding, right? Although Luka took a step back. theoretically we improved. I think if we get that number 1 overall pick, we're going to improve even more. Right. Melo retiring. So is Kyle Lowry. Greg Popovich and John Goodwill are going to retire. Carmelo going into the Hall of Fame, getting his jersey retired. So is Kyle Lowry. League meetings, are any of these fun? No. No, that's dumb. Okay, why would I do that? All right, draft lottery, the moment of truth. We have the Trailblazers pick, which is projected to be number 8, while it goes Thunder, Spurs, Suns, Thunder. Spurs, words. And did we jump? Did we fall? Where are we? We got the number 4 pick. All right, that means I don't need as much draft capital to move up 1 spot. Mike Stouffer, you're fine as the head coach. On to the NBA draft combine. Best Amanda class is Steven Stevens. And look at him. He's 6'1", 163 pounds, and his name is Steven Stevens. Who would draft this man? Devin McDaniels behind him. Most agile is Archie Dawson, J.R. Holmes. Highest vertical is Alex Cummings, Freddie Smalls, and Marvin Hawkins. Just names, man. Eldon Pickett and Bill Lewis have the highest bench press, and Darnell Webb the third. Best shot 3-pointer, Matthew Frazier, and Caleb Hammonds. Okay, number 4 pick. What does it take to jump up to number 1? I know, probably not realistic. I don't care. I need that pick. And there we go. We sent over a haul. First round pick, number 4 overall. Then we sent the 20th pick in the second round. Then we sent Nerlens Noel and a 2027 Kings pick and a 2026 Rockets pick right back to them. But we got the number 1 overall pick. We moved up 3 spots, and we are going to be taking Howard Powell. No, we're not. We're taking Jamal Stewart, the best player in this draft class. Give me this man. Don't look back. The rest, I mean, I don't even care at this point. I mean, he's an 84 overall. The rest, I mean, they could be good players. Don't get me wrong. Like this guy, Howard Powell, how he fell to 11th beats me, but we got an 84 overall center. We're going to be rocking the Twin Towers of the Dallas, I guess. The new Texas Twin Towers. Josh Green does need to come back, get his contract extended, but how is this team going to look now? I didn't even have to give up Miles Bridges, which works for me. He can be a good, 6-man maybe for the team. Position's going to look something like this. Kristaps Porzingis dropping down to his more natural 4 guard or 4 forward. Here we are, though. So I need a little bit better of a backup point guard. Deuce McBride just isn't going to cut it. Spencer Dinwiddie has reached the age of regression, so I could get another wing player as well, or we'll play Miles Bridges at the wing. I don't think he shot well, and then we need a backup center. So still a few holes on this team, definitely need to improve. Josh Green definitely needs to come back. And then we don't have a lot of money besides that. So Josh, please come back, join the team. Do you have any offers, or can I just sign you to a reasonable contract? We'll give him 11-2 over 5. Josh Green is back. Now we have a mid-level exception. Who can I afford with $10 million? Mo Wagner be our backup center that we're looking for. Sharif Cooper be the backup point guard. Austin Reeves could be the bucket. Jonathan Isaac is here. Yo, that can fill a lot of holes. Or Cam Reddish. I'm going to take Jonathan Isaac. We're going to bank on that. He's going to be healthy. We'll take him for 4 years. $9 million flat. Come on down. Do you want to join the squad that is looking to win some championships? And just for the sake of doing it, let's get a backup center with our basically nothing money that's left. Willie Hernan-Gomez seems fine. Bring back Dwight Powell. I'm in. Let's do it, Dwight. Come on back to the Mavericks. We want ya. We need ya. As for free agency, Anthony Davis going to the Wizards. Man, are they trying to turn their franchise around. Jaylen Brown back to the Celtics. LaMelo Ball back to the Hornets. Tyrese back on the Pacers. Kawhi Leonard back to the Clippers. Everybody going back to their teams. All right, whatever. Nothing fun happened there. I want to see how well our players develop before I make any changes. So if I look at Deuce McBride, he stays at a 73. That hurts. Jaden Hardy's up to a 74. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get a little bit spicy. Deuce McBride is not developing, so he's just going to be relegated to pure backup, not going to do anything for us minutes, right? I'm going to move Spencer Dinwiddie to his more natural backup point guard position. So he's going to run with the 2s. So the team is going to look like this. Luka Dončić, Spencer Dinwiddie. And then maybe we drop either Cam Whitmore or Josh Green. I think we'll drop Cam. He's going to play shooting guard for us. And then we'll bring Miles Bridges down to the small forward position. So the spacing isn't going to be great on our team, but it's going to be Luka, Spencer Dinwiddie, Cam Whitmore, Jaden Hardy, Miles Bridges, Josh Green, Kristaps Porzingis, Jonathan Isaac, Jamal Stewart, already an 85 overall, hasn't played a single possession of NBA basketball, and then Dwight Powell. This team is spicy. This team is different, and I like it. Luka's got the help that he needs. Now he needs to go out and prove that he is a franchise player. He's one of the best players in the NBA, and he can win a championship. And we need to rock a 9-man rotation. Dwight Powell, unfortunately, not going to get minutes for now. If they need to play him, they will, right? Preseason power rankings, we better be damn good this season, as we are 7th for 2K Sports, 7th for Eric Boner as well. And here at the All-Star break is Team Luka and Team Giannis. On Team Luka is LeBron James, John Morant, Nikola Jokic, and Zion Williamson. For the other side, words for Giannis's team is Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, LaMelo Ball, and Darius Garland. For the Reserves is Anthony Davis, Karl Towns, Trae Young, Tyrese Haliburton, Evan Mobley, Anthony Edwards, and DeAndre Ayton. On the other side, Stephanie Curry, Joel Embiid, Donovan Webster. No, that's the guy from Blazers franchise. Donovan Mitchell, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, and Jaren Jackson Jr. We are having one heck of a season. 41-13, best team in the NBA. 37-13, 41-13. What's the difference, right, 2K? But man, have we taken off. Has the two-headed beast been unleashed, and this guy is already an 86 overall. You love to see it. Nothing but Cam Whitmore's been playing really good basketball. Kristaps Porzingis been solid. We go what, 6 deep right now in just really good players. Kristaps 89, of course Luka. Miles Bridges 85. Cam Whitmore only is 79, but he's putting up 14 points a game in his second sophomore season. This dude is ridiculous. 13-10. And does he even shoot the three? 33% on how many shots a game? Threes a game. I mean, he's already the best center that they've ever had in Dallas. Spencer Dinwiddie, very solid, starting to come down a little bit. It is what it is. Jaden Hardy's been okay. Jonathan Isaac's been okay. Josh Green has been okay. Not a great bench squad for sure, but I like what we're doing, and I don't think we're going to be making any changes as we march to the playoffs. Luka wins a back-to-back MVP, 27, 9, and 11. Never forget, 54, 82, 45% from the three-point line. Jamal Stewart, our man, is Rookie of the Year, 13, 10, and 5. He's a facilitator too. Jamal Stewart Jr. is a beast. Chet Holmgren, 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year for the Washington Wizards. That just don't look wrong. I understand when they went after Kevin Durant, but it don't look right with Anthony Davis here. Chet Holmgren, Most Improved. Is he 11-7 of 15-10? I don't know about that. Mike Stauffer does win Coach of the Year as we once again win Executive of the Year as the best team in the NBA. Luka Dončić, All NBA first team. Second team, nobody. Third team, nobody. Defense, nobody. You love to see it. But of course, we have Jamal Stewart Jr., our #1 overall pick, as the Rookie of the Year, All NBA first team. So we were 65-17, only 3 games up on the Rockets, who eliminated us last season. A little concerning, certainly. But Luka is great. The supporting cast is great. So I have no concerns, no complaints at all. Scoring champion goes to Anthony Edwards, 33.7 points per game. You love to see that. Our rebounds is Anthony Davis, and assist is Darius Garland. Steals is DeJounte Murray. Blocks is Walker Kessler, and field goal percentages is Jalen Duren. 3-point champion is Malik Beasley, shooting 50%. Wow. All right, free throw champion is Trey Murphy. Team stats, we were only 6th offensively, but defensively far and away the best team in the NBA. 14.8 point differential, #1 in the NBA. Field goal percentages, we are 5th. 3-point percentages, we are 5th. Free throw percentages, we're not 5th. We're probably really bad. Still, 28th. Who's bad on our team at free throws? What? They cheated so Luka is good at his free throws. What's the problem? All right, Luka 82, Kristaps 80, Jamal Stewart, he's a rookie, 71, Spencer Dinwiddie 80, Miles Bridges is a 71. Cam Whitmore is still bad at shooting. What is wrong with you, sir? Okay, we need to fix his we need to fix him when we get to the next screen. Anyway, going to the playoffs, #1 seed in the entire NBA, taking on the Los Angeles Clippers, who are garbage in simulation. Kawhi Leonard does not play good basketball in simulation. They don't have Paul George. Yeah, we're just gonna steamroll them, right? Win game 1. Luka 42, 11, and 9. Kristaps Porzingis was solid. Spencer Dinwiddie was good. Miles Bridges, Jonathan Isaac, Cam Whitmore. While they had Jalen Duren being their highest scorer, because who is this? Kyle Phillips. And yeah, Kawhi Leonard in simulation just does not put up the numbers that he should. I expect us to fully sweep the Clippers, get revenge as we 4-0 them now to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Gadamate, Lugans Dort, Alexei Pokusevski, Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren. Coming off the bench, Usman Jane. Can you have enough size? But we do, in fact, win game 1. Luka has a quiet stat line. 25, 12, and 12. KP, 23. Cam Whitmore, 14 and 9. Shea put up 28, 6, and 6. The Go Pokusevski, 21 and 4. But yeah, the rest of the team was not very good as we win game 2. And we are 3-0ing them right now. Shea, 22, 6, and 9. Nice. Victor Wembanyama, but Luka was great. Kristaps Porzingis was great. This team we put together, I know there's no 90 overalls besides Luka at this point, but what a squad. And I say that, I'm starting to blow smoke up our ass. And hey, it ain't 2K if it ain't Game 7. Here we are, back in Dallas. For some reason, we're starting to lose, but we jump out to a first quarter lead. Going into the second quarter, a little bit of a lead as well. No lead is safe in NBA 2K23, but we have a 30-point lead here in the fourth quarter, and I think we're going to completely blow them out. Almost blew a 3-0, 3-1 lead here, but we walk away victors 114 to 81 in a Game 7. We kind of sunsed them. Kristaps Porzingis was good. Luka, 22, 14, and 12. Dinwiddie was solid, but it was all about the defense. They didn't have a single 20-point per game scorer. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander held to 13 points on 14 shots. Chet, 14 shots, 12 points. Their efficiency was atrocious, and we walk away victors. Now we're in the Western Conference Finals. We have been slowly getting better, going up one conference or one round in the playoffs every single season. Now we're looking to dominate this team. Kevin Porter Jr. on Luka, no chance. Cam Whitmore on Jalen Green, no chance. Miles Bridges on Brandon Miller, that's a push. Jabari Smith on Kristaps Porzingis, we should have the lead there. Christian Wood on Jamal Stewart, that's a push. As for the bench, yeah, they got a little bit better of a bench. This is going to be a really fun, competitive series, but we win game 1. Luka, 31, 9, and 10. Miles Bridges, 17. Jaden Hardy, Jamal Stewart. Brandon Miller was their highest scorer. I don't know who this dude is. I mean, I know who he is. He just doesn't put up these stats at Alabama for sure. But yeah, no, totally. Go off for 33 points in a Game 1. But we do, in fact, win Game 1, lose Game 2, lose Game 3, and hey, 2-2. You love to see it. You know, we're just going to hop in and bam, we're down 3-2. Luka is not having a great series so far, 24, 18, and 8. Jamal Stewart's been fine, but where the hell is Kristaps Porzingis? 8 points on 16 shots? Sir. Daniel Gafford's son to you. Jabari Smith has been good. Yeah, we are down 3-2, and we get 4-2'd by the Rockets. They are our freaking rivals right now. They've kicked us out of the playoffs twice. What do we have to do? Now they're taking on the Cavaliers. All right, you know what? We just need one more year of development as the Rockets and Jalen Green go on to win NBA Finals MVP. Who would have thought that? 1 year of development, 1 year of everybody fitting in the system. We have the #1 overall pick from last season. He needs to get better, and we'll be fine. Doc Rivers is retiring. Hall of Fame inductees is Cliff Paul and Russell Westbrook going to get their jersey retired as well. So is Blake Griffin. All right, this time, this will be the year. Abolish the salary cap. No, thank you. I don't believe we have any first round picks. Ooh, we have the #8 overall pick via Charlotte. It's top 5 protected. So where does it fall? Wow, it jumps up to 4. We miss out as the Hornets get their first round pick, but we're going to get their next year first round pick. We need to make some moves. Just a few, maybe bench depth moves, and that'll put us over the top. For this draft class, the fastest man is Lauren Hodges and Sam Rogers. Most agile is Lauren Rogers and Luke Rhodes. Highest vertical is Jacob Baxter, Christian Patton, and Sam Rogers. Highest bench press is Lester Chase and Stephen Swift. Best shot three-pointer, Bill Ingram, Lauren Hodges, Russ Adkins, Luke Rhodes, and Abraham Peterson. So many syllables in your name, sir. Do we have a first-round pick? I don't think we do. We have pick 30, which is not ideal. You know, we'll just take somebody at 30. It's fine. Houston Rockets, #1 overall, are going to take Thomas Dawkins, the 6'11 center out of TCU. Lakers pick up Luke Rhodes, a 6'1 guard out of Texas. Spurs, still drafting in the top 5, take Peter Fields, a power forward, 6'9", nice. #4 to the Hornets goes Mark Christie, probably brother of Max Christie. And #5 to the Hawks goes Lester Chase. So who's going to be available at pick 30? Can we nail a draft pick? Probably not. 72 overall is the best player. Yeah, that's not ideal. Yeah, none of this is ideal. We'll take Gabriel Copeland, right? Right, he's the best overall player available. You know, this is the only guy we have scouted, so we're just going to go ahead and take Walt Jefferson, whoever that is. Not a great draft class, so that's why I didn't even bother to look up, move up, see if we could find somebody in the the late teens. Just not worth it. We got a 72 overall, 22 years old, probably going to offer us nothing. And went more up to a 79 overall. Qualifying offers, Armoni Brooks, do not get back on my team. We need a little depth. I'm good with Spencer Dinwiddie, even though he's regressing to be our backup point guard. We're going to need to re-sign him. We need, theoretically, a better backup center and maybe flip Miles Bridges for another person. Just say, you know what, you're not the right fit. So bring back Spencer. He's just been so good. Such a classy player for our team. Give you another 2-year deal. Just come on back, join the squad. And then who can we get with our mid-level exception? Probably as a backup center, right? That's who we're gonna need. Nick Richards, that could work. Larry Nance, a little bit older. Mo Bamba, I like that. Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm going to take Nick Richards. He's a little more reliable. Not quite as fun as a Mo Bamba is, but certainly a good player in his own right. Give him our full mid-level exception. Come on down for $7 million a year. There we go, backup center. And then just because I said we were going to do it, let's see if we can flip Miles Bridges for somebody a little bit better. Johnny Davis is not that dude. Jordan Poole. Play him at the shooting guard and then play Cam Whitmore at the 3. We'd have no defense, but who needs defense when you got scoring? You know, we're going to do this flip. Jordan Poole had a little bit of a down year last season, only 14 points a game, 35% for the three-point line. We know that the talent is there. The talent is real. We're giving up Jaden Hardy. I know he's one of the few remaining players from the team, but that's going to be what we should do to put us over the top. So it's going to look something like this. We got Luka Dončić at the 1, Spencer Dinwiddie behind him, Jordan Poole, no shooting guard, Cam Whitmore and Josh Green, Kristaps Porzingis, Jonathan Isaac, Jamal Stewart, and Nick Richards. That is going to be the team as for free agency. Jason Tatum back on the Celtics. Giannis to the Lakers to join his former friend and teammate, and Chris Middleton, I guess. Evan Mobley to the Bucks. That's a nice pickup for them, actually. Donovan Mitchell back to the Cavs. Jalen Green back on the NBA champion Rockets. Kate Cunningham back on the Pistons. Everybody going back to their teams. Jalen Brunson to the Nuggets. Tim Vassell to the Jazz. Malcolm Brogdon to the Wizards. All right. How are we in the terms of player progression? This will be the year that we put us over the top, right? 2025. We turn this thing around. Spencer Dinwiddie down to an 80. Luka Dončić holding steady at a 96. KP up to an 89. Jamal Stewart in his second year is almost a 90 overall. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Miles McBride is not developed at all, unfortunately, but the rest of the team looks to be pretty freaking basely dude. Moving on to the next season, and this is the year that we win a championship. This is the year that everything comes together for this squad. Rocking a 9-man rotation. Gonna look something like this. Luka Dončić, Jordan Poole, Josh Green is starting over Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore, Kristaps Porzingis, and Jamal Stewart Jr. Behind them is Spencer Dinwiddie, Josh Green, Jonathan Isaac, and Nick Richards. This is the team. I can feel it in my bones. I feel it in my butt as we are 13th for 2K Sports, 13 for Eric Boner as well. It's kind of racist. Luka wins his 3rd MVP in a row as Doug Cardinal is Rookie of the Year. 2nd round pick. Okay, Anthony Simon, 6th Man of the Year. Defense of the Year is Evan Mobley on the Bucks. Keon Oakley is most improved, up to 7 and 8. Oh man, what a season. He went from 4 and 5 to 7 and 8. Woo! Steven Silas, though, does win Coach of the Year. The 72 and 10 Rockets. Holy crap. Joseph Jackson, we have it in for us. I don't know why, but the Rockets are our rivals this time around. Luka Dončić wins on the All-NBA first team. Jamal Stewart Jr. up to a 90 overall on the All-NBA second team, and nobody else in sight. Luka on the All-Defensive second team? Okay. I'm squealing like a girl because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Scoring champion, though, goes to Luka Dončić. All right. Rebounds is Evan Mobley, and assist is Trae Young. Steals is Lonzo Ball. Blocks is Evan Mobley. Focus percentages is Zion Williamson. 3-point champion is Caleb Love, and free throw champion is Patrick Williams. As for our team, I expect that we were pretty monstrous. Yet again, Luka was great. Kristaps Porzingis was solid. Jamal Stewart Jr. was good. Jordan Poole was okay. Cam Whitmore was okay. Spencer Dinwiddie, basically the exact same as last season. I'm hoping, though, God, I don't know. I don't even know what to hope for anymore. I hope that this team wins a freaking championship. That's all. Scoring-wise, we were 3rd. Defensively, we were 2nd, and we were not quite as good as the 72 and 10 Rockets, who didn't make any changes. They just continued to develop like gods. Brandon Miller is a god in this draft class, which makes no sense to me. But hey, he was taken number 2 overall, you know, for a reason. They got a good team there. I cannot deny that. We have a Luka, but they have a Brandon Miller. We scoring wise are 6th and 4th in 3-point percentage, and free throw percentages. Who cares, because we are trash. Let's just skip to the Western Conference Finals. We'll see what we get when we get there. Devin Booker is playing point guard yet again, and they brought in Eric Gordon to partner up alongside DeAndre Ayton. All right, Terquavion Smith is there as we win game 1. Luka 26, 15, and 12. We have so much depth. We just cannot seem to put these pieces together to make sure that we win a championship. Devin Booker drops 42, but he comes up short in this first round matchup, as we're probably going to whoop the Suns, right? 3-0 and 3-1. Hey. Devin Booker 35, 9, and 8. DeAndre 8 and 15 and 10. Keontae George 13. That's Keontae, right? Yup. As for us, Jordan Poole led us in scoring. Luka had a quiet game, 16, but 18 assists. Kristaps Porzingis was solid. Jamal Stewart. I'm thinking that the Twin Tower lineup might not be the solution. So if we don't win this year, which is going to be freaking bizarre to me, we may change up the roster drastically. Taking on the Jazz, Nick Smith Jr. is a 90 overall in this draft class. I don't know, man. Whoever made this class is wild. Walker Kessler, Jalen Duren, Colin Sexton. Yeah, we should not be losing this team as we lose game 1. Jordan Poole was good, 32 and 6. Luka was good, 28, 14, and 12. We just didn't play any defense. They dropped 140 on us. Nick Smith, 28 and 15. Colin Sexton, 28. Jalen Duren, 24. This dude is a setter. How has he put up 24 points on us? Walker Kessler, 15 and 10. All right. Well, 1-1. Down 2-1. We're going to go down 3-1 here. No, 2-2. And we take a commanding 3-2 lead. Luka leading the way, 49 and 15, as we scored 151 points on them. Jordan Poole was good. Kristaps Porzingis was good. Jamal Stewart was good. As for them, Jalen Duren was their leading scorer. Ben Vassell, and we should be advancing 3-3. Hey, it ain't 2K if it ain't game 7. We'll drop the minutes as well. Here we go. 8-man rotation taking on the Utah Jazz game 7, so we can lose tremendously to the Houston Rockets. But in the first quarter and second quarter, we have a little bit of a lead. Going into the third quarter, no lead is safe. In 2K simulation, about an 18-point lead. I still don't trust it. You're always prone to going on a run. 9-point lead, 7-point lead. This is what I talked about. It looked like we were commanding, walking away with this game. And then look at this fourth quarter, 24-12. And we only have a 6-point lead here, trying to choke this game away in the fourth quarter. 7 points, 6 points, 4 points, 6 points, 8 points, 10 points, 8 points. We're going to hop in and just make sure that the CPU doesn't blow this lead for us. 2 minutes left. Play smart, play good basketball. This is the ugliest court I've ever seen in my life, but hey, maybe the Mavericks love the color gray or something, as I don't know who that is, but Nick Smith Jr. just killing the game. Drain the clock, run the screen and roll. Who is this trying to guard Kristaps Porzingis? That man is tiny. Let's go. Oh, Luka's open. Luka's open. Driving, flying, getting the layup. Is that Carson Wallace looking silly? Luka Dončić scores the easy 2. Let's make it 3. MVP. Bang. Show me what you got. They have no spacing here. We have 2 centers on Colin Sexton. No chance that goes in. And we got to drain the clock. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, Luka just going around. Luka going around in transition. Lays it up over Jalen Duren. Look at Luka flying like he's never flied before. Kind of gets a shadow screen as well from Jamal Stewart Jr. there. Whoever it is, they got 2 centers basically in the starting lineup. No spacing whatsoever. Like, our centers can shoot. Theirs can cheat. They can throw the ball through your head. That's pretty cool. Didn't know that that was a thing. All right, who are we picking on here? It's got to be Walker Kessler, right? This man can't play defense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kristaps Porzingis lays it up. Too easy, and we have a 13-point lead. We're going to walk away with this Game 7 victory. No need to even watch any more of this. Let's simcast and go take on the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets have had our number. They've been basically the only thing stopping us from going on to the championship. But here we are yet again. Houston Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr. versus Luka Dončić. No chance. Jordan Poole versus Jalen Green. No chance. Brandon Miller versus Cam Whitmore. All right, Jabari Smith versus Kristaps Porzingis. Christian Wood versus Jamal Stewart. The benches, they're comparable. Look, man, we gotta win a chip, right? We have Luka. The fact that we can't do anything with the best head coach in the NBA and the #1 overall pick We got Kristaps Porzingis. We got Cam Whitmore. We got Jordan Poole. We got a good bench. Win something. We lose game 1. Brandon Miller's a god. That's all it is. Our number 1 overall pick was great, but Luka is not good. Yeah. We got blown out in game 1. That's embarrassing. Probably going to lose. No. All right. 1-1. We are up 2-1. Take a commanding 3-1 lead. Come on. Do it. I'm going to hop in his simcast. I need this 3-1 lead here in Dallas. Win game 4. We're losing pretty pathetically. Going into the 4th quarter, still losing pathetically. Hey, no lead is safe in 2K simulation. Yeah, we lost. All right, it's a 2-2 game. That's fine. They blew us out. It is what it is. Spencer Dinwiddie was our highest scorer. Kristaps Porzingis was fine. Luka does not produce in big game situations. That's what I'm starting to see. Jalen Green was great for them. Jabari Smith was solid. Brandon Miller was apparently the best player I've ever seen in my life. All right, here you go. We lose game 5. Tari Eason dropped 35 and 10. Kristaps was good. Luka was quiet, 23 and 12. Jamal Stewart was good. Cam Whitmore, Jordan Poole, just not the answer. Yeah. Well, here we are. We need this to force a game 7. So here we are back in Dallas, losing to the Houston Rockets. No surprise. What is this game? What is 2K simulation when you have Luka Dončić and you can't even get to an NBA Finals with like the most stacked roster he's ever seen this side of, I don't even know, the Golden State Warriors? We win this, and hey, it ain't 2K if it ain't game 7. Back in Houston, winner goes on to take on the Orlando Magic in the championship. Loser goes home. Blowing us out in the 2nd quarter, going into the 3rd quarter with minor deficit. We're trying to make a little bit of a fight here going into the 4th quarter. We have about 12 point lead, and it looks like we might actually pull this off, pull off the upset, going to Houston, win game 7. When you need Luka, he comes up clutch, just like I said. And Luka Dončić is the Western Conference Finals MVP. Scoot Henderson out there in the East. We win 143 to 124. Jalen Green was quiet. Brandon Miller, surprisingly quiet. Tari Eason, Jabari Smith, and Luka. Now, we just had a team effort. Look at that. Jordan Poole, 22. Cam Whitmore, 21. Kristaps Porzingis, 21. Spencer Dinwiddie, 15 and 8. Jamal Stewart, 15, 9 and 5. Josh Green gave you 13. Jonathan Isaac gave you 9. And these guys played. That's a balanced freaking effort. Here we are, the championship, baby. Let's win 1 for Luka. Like he's going to retire. I mean, this team is stacked. I don't know why they refuse to win. Scoot Henderson, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Lonnie Cox. Coming off the bench is Mikal Bridges, Bol, Cole Anthony, Andre Drummond. Interesting team to say the least. I think we are better as we win. Game 1, Luka, 28, 9, and 14. Jordan Poole, 25. As for them, Paulo was good. Franz was good. Jalen Suggs was good. They basically are the exact same team as the Magic are right now, but they brought in Jalen Suggs as we are 2-0, 2-1, and 2-2, and we are up 3-2. Luka Dončić, 37, 16, and 13. Kristaps Porzingis, 31 and 4. Jamal Stewart, 20 and 12. Paulo Banchero, 22 and 6. Scoot Henderson, 21, 3 and 7. Jalen Suggs. You know what? I don't know if we're actually going to win this championship, so we're going to hop into simulation. We're going to see if we can enjoy this championship celebration with Luka Dončić as the NBA Finals MVP. We completely blow them out here in game, what is this, game 5? And whew, it feels good. I'm tired. We've been doing this for a while. It was a lot harder than I expected it was going to be to win a championship with Luka Dončić leading the way. I know we blew up the team and we kind of took touches away from Luka, and so he doesn't get like 49 points a game. And naturally, Luka freaking Dončić fouls out, you know, of course, in an elimination game. The number 1 overall pick, Jamal Stewart, rocking the court. Crossover, Andre Drummond can't keep up. Jamal Stewart Jr. slamming it down. No respect for the Hall of Fame CPU as we are NBA champions, finally. Yeah, it was a little early on that, but there you are. The Mavericks go wild, pumping their hands, pumping their fists. Is that Luka? He looks so skinny. And there you have it. Luka is crying. Can you blame him? He's a big baby. As the team carries him to a championship because he certainly was not as elite as we expected. Where's my 50, 20, and 10 stat lines? And there's the terrible arms of 2K head coaches.
One team has emerged victorious. The NBA champions. Congratulations to the whole this Larry O'Brien trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours.
And there you have it. NBA announcers talking over each other as Mike Stouffer holds up the trophy. Cam Whitmore gonna shove his hand through the trophy because he doesn't care. Dallas Mavericks win, and no surprises, number 77, Luka Dončić, NBA Finals MVP. And we built a team of giants around him, but he was the biggest of them all. Is that cliche or what? Checking out the stats, Butler Banchero was solid for them. Scoot Henderson was okay, Jalen Suggs, but their team just did not show up to play as Luka, 31, 11, and 17 in a closeout. Kristaps, 31 and 15. Jamal Stewart, 22, 16, and 9. What a pickup he's been. Jordan Poole, 18. Cam Whitmore, 16. Who did not produce for us? Nobody. We just had a really good team here. I know it probably shouldn't have taken this long to win a chip, but we do, in fact, walked away victors. Luka Dončić finally gets that NBA Finals MVP. That is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.